I stand in the fuel lines like everybody else, brother, to pay for my fuel, you know. I don't get to go up in front of the line. I'm no different than anybody else. I'm just a guy that drives trucks that got lucky, put a song out, and a lot of people can really relate to it.
You really think you got lucky?
I think so, yeah. I think, I mean, it kept with a lot of work. You know, some of the luckiest people that I know are the hardest working people I know. You know. Are we like live? Are we like
nope.
Oh, we're not live, we're just filming?
We're just filming.
You can edit, do whatever. All right.
We're hanging out. You know the way I do things already, Tony? It's comfortable, brother.
Just do it to it.
Yeah, that's it. You know, tell people who you are, brother.
Well, my name's Tony Justice. I drive trucks for a living. That's what I've been doing for 22 years. I've always had a little side hustle, writing songs and playing music. You know, I've been playing music since I was a kid. I don't remember a time in my life where trucking and music wasn't a part of it. I don't remember life without the two of them.
I brushed her hair out of her eyes, told her I love you. It's hard to find the words to say when you get that kind of news. Georgia, heading out to California, counting days till I hold you again.
You know, my dad had 3 of his own trucks. Growing up in East Kentucky, he hauled coal. We had to keep them things cleaned and greased every weekend. That was me and my brother's chores. And my mom was an amazing singer, so you know, growing up around both of those, whatever you want to call them, music and trucking, I guess it stuck with me, man. That's what I grew up on. And as I got older, started playing music when I was 20 years old. We started traveling the country, playing honky tonks everywhere, and did that till about, I guess, 2000, and then went through divorce.
Yeah.
Got custody of my two oldest daughters, and so playtime's over, time to go to work, you know. And I started trucking in 2000, been doing that ever since. But I kept writing, kept going to Nashville, demoing, you know, what I could afford to demo once or twice a year with some of the songs I wrote. I'd take 2 or 3 of what I thought were my better songs, and I kept doing that. And you know, one day the stars, you know, kind of lined up, and we got this, you know, trucking. Of course, I started writing songs about, you know, trucking because I've been around it my whole life. That's what I was doing. And we got a song that fell in our lap that Kenny Chesney had written called "On the Road." And the guy that was producing the song for me called me back and goes, "Come down here and cut this song." Said Chesney wrote it. It's a trucking song. Said maybe you can do something, you know, get something going with that. And sure enough, you know, we sent that over to the folks at Pilot back in 2010, and they was like, "Man, why would we want to put this in our store? You don't have no record deal. Radio's not playing you. You know, what makes you think that people would buy it? You know, how you going to promote it? You know, you don't have a lot of money. You don't have the label, you know, promoting it and all that." And I was like, you know, I said, the best trucking songs have been written already. I said, but we've all heard them 1,000,000 times. And I said, and no one else is doing it. It's time for we need some new trucking songs. And we, you know, keep that, you know, trucking, it's a lifestyle. It's more than just a job. All of us will tell you that, you know, it's a lifestyle. And it's a lifestyle that deserves songs about it. And so, you know, in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, there were trucking songs everywhere. They were popular on radio and everything else. And that, you know, with the new country music the way it is, that's not so much the story, but we just found a little crack in the door, and we stuck our foot through it, and God blessed us, and they gave us a shot. You know, like, we'll go record the album, we'll put it in here and see how it does. And we went to work trying to promote it and let people know about it. And fast forward 9 years later, you know, we've got millions of downloads and streams, and got my own record label that I'm running, and publishing company, and playing all these truck shows. So I'm just a guy.
You just a trucker?
You know, every trucker out there drives up and down the road. You know, we all have other ambitions besides, you know, driving a truck all the time. You know, some are woodworkers, some are comedians.
So here's the big one.
I was a songwriter.
You know, what does Tony Justice order at McDonald's?
Okay, so yes, that means shut this noisy Duramax. So, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. I want 12 sausage and egg biscuits.
12 sausage and egg biscuits?
Yes, ma'am. I'm hungry. That'd be $48. That's all.
$48.14.
Told you $48, didn't I? crazy. Thank you.
Oh man, you're funny. You're funny.
If I hit it, I don't know.
So are you really eating 12 biscuits? What's going on here?
No, so we're at this truck show in Kodak, Tennessee, off I-40, exit 407, Gatlinburg, Dollywood exit, and decided to do a truck show. And so we got a bunch of people helping me. You can't, just like with the music and anything else, if you have anything that has a little success, there's always a bunch of people in the background that nobody ever hears of or sees them. And so I'm going to feed them. I'm going to feed them a biscuit this morning.
Yeah.
We got a lot of volunteers up here. So
Why did you feel the urge to put on a truck show during, these times?
Because I guess I'm a positive thinking guy. I don't think these times are going to last forever. The industry's endured a lot of ups and downs throughout the years, and I think we've been through worse. I think we're going to be all right. So I said, let's just do a truck show. Instead of worrying about fuel prices all week and freight rates, let's all get together, raise some money for a good cause, have some fun, and not be stressed out with the day-to-day for 3 or 4 days, and just kind of have a little trucker reunion, and just take our minds off all the stress that's going on right now.
That's beautiful. And when you say a good cause, what cause is that?
So yeah, most people that know me and others that don't, my wife was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2018, at the end of 2018, and we spent all of 2019, with the double mastectomy, the reconstruction surgeries, all the treatments and stuff that go with that. And so this is, she's 19, 20, 20, 3 years cancer-free now. So this is, it's, a lot of people look up there and see all those trucks, go, oh, it's a truck show, but it's, to me and my wife, this is a celebration of her victory over breast cancer, and I wanted to celebrate it with my closest friends. So, to raise money for Susan G. Komen and awareness through the truck show. It's a free event. People can come, bring their whole family. Gas prices are high. They can come to our event, don't have to worry about filling up and paying to get in somewhere. They can just fill the car up, take their family, go have some good time. We got great entertainment, Kentucky Headhunters, Wade Jennings, Mark and Digger from Moonshiners, with great sponsors. So it's just, we wanted to do it to celebrate, like I said, her victory, the battle, and raise some money for the folks at Susan G. Komen. That's a charity that became close to our heart after everything that she went through, and we both went through. It impacts the whole family when someone in the family gets cancer. So this is our celebration, and we're getting to do it with some of my best buddies from out here on the big road. It's a good time, buddy.
No, I love that. Talking about the good times now. What was your best time when thinking back in trucking? And you're still trucking, so.
The first few years that I started was pretty cool. The guy I was driving for, Leon Roberts, out of Blaine, Tennessee, he had 3 or 4 trucks. He was leased on a couple of different companies, and one of them, I can't remember the name of the company right now, but we were running east to west, and I got to get in on the tail end of some of that, 8 and 9 trucks coming back out of California.
Oh yeah.
Down there where it's 55.
Little convoy going on.
Nobody doing 55. And, trucking all the way back, across. If we was coming across the bottom, across 10 or something, you'd lose some of them. Some of them would stay on 10, some would catch 20, and but running all the way back across through there and Ratchet John on the CB, we had some awesome times. Some really cool times. I remember a pretty cool story. It was like my first trip to California, and I think there's about 8 or 9 of us running, and I'm the rookie, so I'm on the back door. Hey, ma'am, how you doing? I'm wonderful, thank you.
You had the 12 bacon egg biscuits,
I did.
$48.14.
You got some money I can borrow?
No.
No, she's like, no,
I'm
I'm not buying your biscuits.
I'm broke.
I know the feeling.
Me too.
I think we're all broke. So anyway, we was coming across through there. We was coming through Arizona, through. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. It's coming through. Oh man, down there on 10. What's the name of that? Can't remember the name of the city. But anyway, it's been a while since I've been out west. I can't remember the name of the city, but you're gonna edit this part out. I'll remember until I remember the name of it. We got biscuits.
Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Some of the cities out in Arizona we run through. I tried the interstate.
Yeah. Tell me, where'd you go through? Did you go through Phoenix?
Phoenix, thank you. I couldn't remember that word this morning, brother. Yeah, so we're coming through Phoenix, Arizona. There's 8 or 9 of us. I was the rookie, and so they put me on the back door, and it's like 3 in the morning, and there's no traffic out, you know, so we're left lane hammered down, and we come around this little bend, and there's a motorcycle cop on the left shoulder underneath the bridge. And as soon as you come around, the lead truck didn't have, it's like, Bear! And he's standing there with a radar gun, and we're running like 90 through El Paso. And by the time I went by, you know, they wear cowboy hats out there.
Oh yeah.
That damn hat was 10 feet in there, just twirling, you know. And we're all going to jail. It's like nobody wanted to be on the back door then, because you know we know he's going to be circling around coming back. So the race was on. You know, and it was like, and I ended up like fourth from the tail end. So yeah, but it's funny because he never come after us. I guess he just said,
Forget it,
man. Them boys were gone or something. But yeah, it was funny because for the next 50 miles, nobody wanted to be on the back door, man. It was crazy. That will always stand out in my mind. And
I love that.
Everybody was just dying laughing, you know, on the radio, giving each other hell. Like, what are you doing back here? Appreciate you running that back door, taking that ticket for us, you know. But it was good times.
And you know now. What was your best feelings in your music career?
Oh man, there's probably too many to mention. Huh? Yes, sir.
You need to be careful with him. He breaks stuff, and you need to slow it down in his parking lot.
Let me tell you, so you should do
My boss man's gonna get on my ass if you don't
You
slow
need to
down.
just do your job. There's been several, you know, we've had.
What was the first? Was the pilot the first one, the big break?
Yeah, it was, and it was weird because they told us to go cut that album, and so I had a couple of guys that was willing to invest some money. I think we spent $15,000 on that album. I had a couple of guys willing to invest the money to do it. So I go to them, I was like, hey, if I cut this album, they put it in the truck stops. And they're like, well, we need a letter of intent or something before we spend that money. So I had to go back, you know, and I felt like I was. Man, I don't want to go back and ask them that. They're going to think I don't believe them, you know, and I'm going to lose the whole deal. But I went back, and the guy's name was Ed Leddy with the pilot. He was their marketing guy. And I said, man, I need a letter of intent. I said, I got some guys that's going to help me fund this thing, but they want to know. I'm not just saying that y'all said that, you know. We need something in writing. And they did. They got it in writing. And then, so we went to Nashville, you know, and I already had written a bunch of songs, so we had plenty of songs for the album. And we recorded the thing, and we get done. And by the time we get finished recording the album, get it mastered, you know, I go back to pilot. We got all the artwork done. I said, here you go, you know. And they were right in that transition of buying out the Flying J's. So we got shelved for like a year almost after we spent that money. It was getting to the point where like we're gonna have to do something, you know, because we got this letter of intent. And they're not distributing the album, and then. What seemed like an eternity of waiting, just out of the blue, one day I get a phone call going, all right, we'll take 4,000 of your CDs, you know, to put in our truck stops, or whatever, how many, well, I think it was like 2,200. And that was a pretty cool day, you know, and that's really what got the ball running. We had to learn a lot of stuff I had to learn with dealing with distributors, and, you know, these numbers, we need this so-and-so number. I'm like, what's that, you know? But it was really cool because it was the guys in the distribution, but the distribution companies, they loved it because I was out of the normal of their everyday that they dealt with. They deal with people every day that knows what's going on. And the first time I was on the phone with them, like, guys, y'all got to be patient with me because I don't know what in the hell I'm doing. You know, if you say something like, okay, what's that? And so we just started learning. You know, me and my wife, we just went to school, and we're still going to school. We learn stuff every day. You know, with running our record label and publishing company, and playing these shows and putting tours together. And, logistics of a band and getting them to and from. Every show's a learning experience, but man, it's a lot of fun.
What keeps you so humble, brother?
God. Yeah,
that's beautiful.
I think so, man. I think that's the only answer. I stand in the fuel lines like everybody else, brother, to pay for my fuel, you know. I don't get to go up in front of the line. I'm no different than anybody else. I'm just a guy that drives trucks that got lucky, put a song out, and a lot of people can really relate to it.
You really think you got lucky?
I think so. Yeah, I think. It kept with a lot of work. You know, some of the luckiest people that I know are the hardest working people I know. We've a lot of sacrifice, you know, dedication, but sleepless nights, endless hours. But through all that work, you know, we've had a lot of blessings come our way. You know, and I think that's how you get blessings. You know, the good Lord's got to know you. How bad do you want it? You say you want it, but how bad do you want it? Yeah, show me. And we've man, I can't tell you the hours we put in. We've shed tears and we've high five moments, and from one extreme to the other. But man, what a ride it's been. We've had a blast.
No,
We've
that's
had a
beautiful.
blast. Yeah, man.
Hey, I love that, brother. No, that's good, man.
Truth's truth.
Hey, that's true.
Can't be.